The 14th Judicial Circuit has moved into Phase 2, which means jury trials can start once again. News Channel 7's Gretchen Kernbach joins us live from the Bay County Courthouse with more on what this means for both civil and criminal. Gretchen?
Hey, Nisa, that's right. Court officials tell me they actually follow the Florida Supreme Court when it comes to changing phases, not the governor. So that's why our court system only recently moved to Phase 2, but it's a pretty major step. Months after the pandemic shut down Florida court systems, jury trials are finally starting again.
We have a significant amount of work ahead of us, both in criminal cases and in civil cases.
In September, the 14th Judicial Circuit transitioned from Phase 1 to Phase 2, allowing for limited in-person contact. But it wasn't until October grand jury selection and jury trials were allowed to begin.
We had to remain for 30 days in Phase 2 to make sure that the health data was true before we could then begin to invite the general public to come in and serve as jurors and conduct jury trials.
After nearly 6 months of nothing, attorneys certainly had something to come back to.
How much of a backlog of trials is there? Perhaps 6 months to a year's worth of trials.
Chief Assistant State Attorney Larry Bassford says the shutdown caused an average backlog of a third of attorneys' cases.
An attorney in our felony division normally had about 200 cases. That attorney now has about 300 cases.
And then some.
Remember, we still had a backlog of hurricane-related cases in civil court backed up before this pandemic started.
Slowly but surely, trials are moving along again.
We did have a civil jury trial in Bay County, the first in our circuit. We have had a felony jury trial in one of the outer counties in Holmes County conducted last week.
Chief Judge Christopher Patterson says it won't happen overnight, but a living court date will get the ball rolling.
And sometimes people need to know there is an end date to a particular negotiation, and that's the time when the jury of their peers will make a particular determination.
Now, can they keep it rolling? Patterson says that's the million-dollar question.
With the flu season, we really don't know what comes next.
Patterson also says if COVID-19 cases spike once again, also raising our area's positivity rate, our courts could shut down again. Live in Panama City, Gretchen Kernbach, News Channel 7.